Hello again. Good afternoon. Hello. Yeah, we left this in a decent spot. Exporting many things, have lots of spare science. Was about to buy some Crotonians, that was it. Okay. So the way this is going to work is we're going to make big farms and put Crotonians to work in the big farms. It was in particular I needed a cotton farm, but you know, they're going to be doing all kinds of things. So I've got housing here for 100 and a decent patch of rich soil here that's not particularly moist, and then some slightly more moist rich soil here, and then some very moist but not rich soil down here. Most of it's probably going to be over here, and I'm just going to end up making pumps to do some canals. But we can sort out the farms first and then address the irrigation. Yeah, allegations of irrigation. So if I were to just plan like a nice little 30 by 30 farm there, that's about 11 farmers. I basically just have to keep in mind the numbers here. If I try and line it up so that it's 10 workers, then that will do us nicely. I can't remember what that was. That was 29 by 29. Oh, whoops. Meant to just copy it, obviously. So that would be fine as long as I irrigate it, and that would employ 20 pigs. I was going to say pig farmers, but 20 Crotonian farmers, not farming Crotonians, but farmers who are Crotonians. We're going to want to do bread as well. I'm pretty sure this would be fine here. Not super efficient leaving these big pathways, but I don't know. It's required for my brain, so that's what we're going to do. So that would be 40, right? It was the same for grain, I believe. I can probably change it. Yes, I can. Of course I can. You can do that for everything. I need to keep that in mind. Anyway, I can start with those two because they're kind of the, they're sort of the important ones. How do pigs feel about dirt roads? Pretty good, turns out. Like, they feel better about cobblestone, though. And they move faster on cobblestone, so we'll give them some cobblestone. Right, let's jump onto the world map and approach our neighbours. I demand pigs. They've only got 40. That's fine. That's actually kind of how many we need, but I don't want to... You massively overpay if you exhaust their supply, so let's buy 20 from the elves. It's so cheap! Pigs are so cheap! Oh my goodness. Should get these guys for everything. Yes. So I can get myself... hi, Ocarina. Hello. Killian Walsh. Is it Killian? Is it Killian like the Murphy? I'm actually down on workforce right now. Partly because I have 150 dudes doing military things. It'll be good to get health up a little bit here. Might want to unlock physicians at some point. Definitely going to unlock it at least. Alright, there's all the Crotonian slaves. Well, yeah. I was going to say, well, not slaves, but actually absolutely slaves. So 60 Crotonians. I'm fairly sure they will all be, well, actually they're more religiously diverse than I thought they would be. Wait, since the employees of our Globdine pastures has plummeted? Why has it plummeted? Oh, I guess we were just on the very boundary of 50 and because of workforce shortage. Anyway, I need to set up work priorities so that the pigs are in the farms. If I just select none and then just the farms, yeah, it will probably sort itself out naturally, but we'll leave it like that for now. But I think I will end up eventually actually banning garthimi from working in the fields and see if I can just purely have that done by the Crotonians. Right, I need to buy in some cotton to seed those fields. Just realized I have these extra import depots all set to that right now. So I believe I could actually just go into the economy menu, which is over here, find cotton and go import. Okay, no automated importing can be done, but you have to have an import depot set to it to be able to use that. Okay, fair enough. But if I have one set there, then I could go into this menu and say, yeah, okay, import this. I don't need to go over to the import depot every single time. I don't really know why happiness has just gone down. Oh, it's because there's opposition, I think. Possibly because... yeah, because we have this shrine to Krator here to satisfy the piggins. Maybe we can just convert them all to some of our nice religions then. Perhaps we can just force them to worship a minion. The sexy minion. The minion that's wearing lingerie. Is there a minion wearing lingerie? There's got to be a sexy minion in heels, right? Let's see if we can just convert them all to a minion. I think it's possible, so we'll see. So if we build this, please, because these guys are not going to be particularly well submissive until I actually get them, you know, in a home and working. Because they won't move into these homes until these farms are their workplace. I think you can do it manually. There's like it's an O mover tool. Apparently I have 177. Oh, the gem mine finished and auto-employed 200 people. Okay, that's why there was a workforce problem when I loaded the game. Suddenly it all makes sense. And almost everybody that works there is homeless because these homes aren't considered close enough for them. Which I guess makes sense. I think probably a solution to that is just to grab basically all of this housing, but without the top row there, and drop it down here. Feel like some of that will be close enough, but I've been wrong before, so we'll see. Yeah, we probably don't need 200 people working in this gem mine right now. We'll get there, but not yet. Probably want to join these roads at some point. Alright, please build those fields. So it's still pretty much everybody that works there in the gem mine is homeless, but yeah, we'll probably be able to resolve that soon enough. Okay, so this is for fabric, veggies, grain, and let's say fruit as well, I guess. Maybe herbs. No, we'll do fruit. We'll do herbs later. So where are all of these Cretonians living right now? Out of curiosity. Oh, I don't think I ever set these to only citizens. Yeah, I didn't. So they will have just moved into some of those houses. Let's go ahead and not do that. You have designated housing and you will live there. I can afford to give them some furniture. Well, the actual furniture as well, yeah. They don't need much. They're pig people. How many did I buy again? 60. So these fields are only going to employ about 40. So we'll probably want to do vegetable farms as well. And we can just grab that. Very good. So, 2... Oh, it's impossible to see. There we go. That's going to be partially on till soil, but I think we'll just live with that. And yeah, I'm going to want to set up a big old pump over here to feed some canals, but I don't think we need to necessarily rush that. The workforce has just plummeted again. Now, why would that be? Is it because I forced all of the pigs to live? No, whatever. It'll be fine. Don't have any of my nerds in chat yet to help me. These guys' submissions should creep up as they furnish their home and actually have homes, and then they'll be perfectly submissive. Although the humans are surprisingly low as well right now. Again, I think that's partially because the number of guards is a little low. I'll give it a moment. Let everything work itself out. So why are there garthimi working in this field right now? Let's address that. So I don't currently have green field. There you go. So stop working in that field. Like, just stop it. We have pigs. Probably get rid of these fields up here. We're moving farming over here. Please, guys, leave it to the pig people. Come on. Don't be ridiculous. I mean, you could even just let the pig people build the farms, to be honest, guys. So yeah, now I have, as I would expect, a load of homeless pigs because they've taken up jobs in the laboratory, apparently. Look, guys, okay, what I need to do here is, if I could filter all and then get rid of the farms and just look at pig slaves, then we can go, don't do any of it. There may be some things that I want the pigs to do later on, but I can do those kind of as and when. For now, I literally just want you to work these farms. That is all. Very good. Oh, of course, these can employ a maximum of 11, but they probably won't need 11 pigs. They're pretty good at working in fields, so they're probably actually going to end up employing less than 11. But I could be wrong. This is nearly done. So let's go ahead and run some canals. Not sure why I built that road here when I'm going to want a canal there. Can I turn off the moisture overlay or whatever I'm looking at right now? Basically just going to be doing this. Surrounding the fields with the canal. This game has so many... Yes, very funny. I can just loop that all the way across there. No reason not to. Okay, there you go. Now they're good and submissive again. Despite having their, you know, access to religion basically taken from them completely. Well, with any luck, they'll all convert to Arminianism. It would be nice, again, if I could have them living in some relative harmony, but I can't really have the pigs worshipping Krator. Raider. I don't know. We'll figure that one out. It might be easy enough to just deny them access to religion, basically. Which I think is probably a war crime. But whatever. We're doing a few of them already, I think. So this is going to look something like this. I'm going to go ahead and put the first upgrade into this pump because it lowers the workforce requirement by quite a bit. Which seems like a relatively good deal to me. I'll give them a hearth as well. Right, so we're employing 44 of our 60 pigs. So these two vegetable farms should employ the rest. As to whether these are going to kind of do enough, I doubt it. I'm going to set up an export just to skim the very top off of the egg storage because I don't want to sell a load of food, obviously, but we're going to be making far more eggs than any other food right now. Piggly Wigglies. So yeah, these aren't going to be making much. The grain farms, I don't think we'll really know until they have a harvest. I don't think it calculates very well before that. But with those two cotton farms built, I can just go ahead and say stop importing cotton. Am I going to have to... I am going to have to import some vegetables to seed those fields. Import is what I meant. Alright, there you go. People happy, slaves submissive. Yeah, despite having no access to religion, they're doing alright. With a larger population, that might not be true, but right now... that reminds me, I need to go down here and say Cretonians no more than 100. Again, crazy that you can't just type this. Whoops. I may have just automatically exported all my slaves. Okay, they didn't. I think I did actually get rid of 2 by accident there. See, that's why I should just be able to type the number in. I think I just accidentally sold 2 pigs. God damn it. Maybe not. No, I don't think I did. Okay, no, I have 63, so I think actually what's happening is they're having children. Or bringing children with them, either way, same outcome. Right, yeah, this just surrounding canal gets the moisture up to 100%, so that's very good. That was the goal, and presumably we have plenty of, additional water. Some of which I will want to use to give our garthimi moats to swim in, because they like moats. Well, I wouldn't be losing them all, I would be selling them, so I'd probably be able to, recoup the loss relatively well. I do actually plan on building a palisade around the pig farmers. I don't know why, I just do. It just has to scoot around this carpet surface for some reason. I just don't want the bugs to have to look at them too much, basically. And it'll have a gatehouse so that if they start acting up, you can just lock them in. Gatehouse is under military, yeah. Cannibalism run, do it. I mean, we already are, technically. Not very often, but we have a cannibal. A humanoid butcher set up. It's just don't really get that many opportunities to butcher humanoids. You can create opportunities to butcher humanoids and just not doing it that much. Best kind of bug? The one I gave your mum having unprotected sex with her last night. Let's set up a guard post in here as well. I think I said it yesterday, but you can put these on the walls and it looks pretty cool, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick a guard post out front. Or a guard station even. Obviously, this isn't enough fields to actually generate a really substantial output just yet, but I'm kind of just getting things started. Okay. Are we finally starting to build some of these houses for the gem miners? Yes, we are. Okay, so I think that their homelessness problem will be solved by these houses here then. It looks like. Oh no, what ran all my money down? Whoa, those vegetables were expensive. Holy bingus? Holy something. Stop importing vegetables. You've got enough. You've got enough, damn it. Wait, don't have enough? Surely you have enough. Stop eating them. No, stop eating them. They're not for eating. Vegetables, these vegetables not for eating. They're for making more vegetables with. Yes, yeah, see, I am running low on... Oh, I still have those... Oh, okay, well that's probably not helping. Hang on. I still have those mercenaries. I don't want them anymore. Oh yeah, I was paying 24,000 every other day to keep these mercenaries on board. Whoops, might have been doing that for a little while. Alright, there we go, we can build these fields now. I'll probably end up dumping some innovation into the farms as well. But first we will do Baltic crawlers. Probably in this sort of otherwise dead space here. It's not particularly moist, but that's what canals are for. So we'll plan one over here, and then run a canal along here with a culvert to jump across. There. Right, husbandry, Baltic crawler. Now I want to make these kind of long and thin, because they are actually buildings, not pastures, so they will have additional resource costs. I don't necessarily know that this is the best way to do it, but at least doing it this way incurs no additional resource cost. You know, and that's pretty important. Like, you could just make a big one and just put, like, supports in. I don't really know if there's necessarily any major up or downsides to each method. It would be, like, possibly even one more tile over. Oops. No, that would be like this. Yeah, I don't really know for sure what the best way about this is. But that looks pretty good. Oh, I mean, that kind of works, doesn't it? Probably do. Oh no, I can't. Storage size is fixed. So then I would just run this canal up the back here on the top. I mean, yeah, make them as big as you can. Seems like a safe bet. You just kind of have to then account for the support beams. And hang on, I could be doing this way smarter, couldn't I? There's no need for it to be... Oh, mind you, maybe... Because I think with the Baltic crawler breeder, you can't have any part of the room thinner than... Oh no, I can. Okay, hold on. So I could kind of claw a little bit of productivity back there by having 3, then 4. It's probably pretty minor, but you know. I mean, yeah. Maybe got like 1 or 2 additional workers out of that, but I'd take it. I have 2 noble spaces left. Need to figure out what to do with them. So are all of my piggies employed? I think probably just about, yeah. Do I think this run is going better than the last one? Yeah, probably, but it's too early to say. We've got 12 insane people right now. An asylum would be nice for them at some point, but I have to produce rations to feed them, and I'm not doing that yet, so I'm not going to do that. I should be doing something with our clay. For now, that could just be selling it, if nothing else. Man, stuff takes a long time to build when you don't have huge excess of workforce. I'm just going to set that to 80%. Obviously, I'll start making it into pottery relatively soon, but I don't have the spare workforce to just throw at industries right now. I might want to have these guys keep doing some more training. Yeah, just getting up to like 50% would be solid. I think it will affect my guard force, but I think we're good. Yeah, see how good this looks with a wall? It's just, even if it's not complete, even if it's just like a privacy fence, it looks good. I can't help it. It's probably going to take a hot minute to build these Baltic crawler breeders. So in the meantime, let's think about what we could do to get more dudes on board, aside from breeding, because that's kind of why I need the Baltic crawler breeders. I wish we were making more fish, is what I'll say. We don't actually have that many people employed as fisher garthimi, fisher bugs. but it's such a like space-intensive industry that it's going to be tough to keep housing nearby without just, you know, sprawling the fishing industry along the entire coast, which would obviously be the kind of goal. There's no reason not to use all of that coastline, necessarily. We're doing a decent job of keeping them happy with regards to environment. The more and better trained soldiers I have, the more happy they will be. When it comes to services, there's probably some pretty easy wins I could get here. If I were to unlock the upgraded well, that would be a very cheap thing to just go around and upgrade all of, since it's just clay, cut stone, and regular stone. And that will make everybody considerably happier. Well, a little bit happier. Considerably might be a strong word. That's going to take that up to like 60-something%, I think. The food stall upgrade's probably not a terrible idea as well, but I love that the Garthimi dislike having courts. It's very good. The fight pit would be a relatively easy win as well. I mean, I could give them more food servings, because we have so many eggs. Like, even if all they're eating is eggs. Oh, I could also give them clay for furniture, because we've started pulling so much of that out of the ground now. So that should move the needle a little bit on in terms of happiness. Yes. 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 Indeed. Very good. Okay. Alright, we're starting to get the harvests from these first few farms, so we can look at this now. Not that much. Like 1,000 there. Although they're not finished. So what about Weaver? Okay, that's not that kind of industry. I can't just copy that. Do they? I don't know whether or not they like working as weavers. They're okay with it. Cretonians are better at it, so maybe I want to employ them for that too. I kind of wanted to just keep them in the fields, but there's not necessarily any reason to. If they're better at and more happy to weave. So the Garthimi have a 90% skill in it. Cretonians have 110%. It's just that the Garthimi aren't particularly fulfilled by it. I mean, it's still 50%. It's not like negative fulfillment like working in the fields is, so I think I'll probably just have them do it. Since they'll be my largest population, most likely. I could be wrong about that, though. I could be wrong. So let's find out how many workers I would actually employ in a decent-sized weaver. If I sized it to here. Oh, it could be square, right? The Cretonians like square buildings. Where could I find that out? Where could I find that out? You in here somewhere? Properties? Environment? Oh, they actually do want roundness. Oh, well, I'll be. Oh, we did cannibalism and they don't like that. Oh, that's okay because I'm looking at the, there you go. Okay. So yeah, they still want roundness even as slaves. Apparently we cannibalized somebody. Was it, did somebody do something bad? And we ate them for it? I don't know. Right, well I think I can probably get away with having square buildings for the Cretonian slaves. I don't think they're going to cry about it that much. They've got bigger things to worry about, like the chains around their ankles. So it would look, I think, something like this. Something like this. Auxiliary looms. Auxiliary loom activated. Sorry, probably squeeze an extra loom or two in here. Just a little loom and only for a minute. Well, that'll do it just for the sake of symmetry. So that would employ 88 people. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and do that and then suspend it. And also suspend the actual building itself. Then I'm going to copy it and build it over here for my Garthimi. No, because the Garthimi would want it to be round. Okay, I guess this is for the pigs to do then. I mean, why not? In that case, let's put a second warehouse here for the produce. Presumably the same goes for baking. And I think it was baking and brewing that they're extra good and enjoying of doing. Yeah. Oh wow, garthimi are terrible at... Oh well, no, they're fine at it, they just hate it. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll probably have the pigs doing a lot more of the kind of refining work as well then. Why are my garthimi's loyalty at 1,000 right now? Oh no. Okay, that was I was in the Crotonian tab. Okay. I mean, they're still doing pretty good, 106%, but don't worry. I got confused. I need to build a road across somewhere here. I see a lot of people kind of skipping across. To be fair, this road isn't particularly fast. That's kind of always going to be the case though, because the garthimi like the fungus roads, and it's weird. I feel like it doesn't make much sense to me that the fungus road is the same speed as the fungus highway. Like, it feels like the fungus highway should be slightly faster or something, but whatever. Okay, so this warehouse is for refined goods, cloth, bread, and let's say both alcohols, even though realistically probably just Piva, the wheat, or rather the grain alcohol. Do bugs like actively hate Cobblestone Road? They really don't love it, do they? Okay, I won't make them walk on it over here then. I'm sorry, my buggies. I didn't mean to do that to you. I feel like I should be able to change the road around the wells and stuff to match, but I don't know. They all end up on fungal gravel for some reason. So this weaver would use far more. I'm fairly certain it would use far more cotton than we're making right now. I think I probably want to appoint nobles to grain and cotton farming. I have 2 spare noble seats, so I might as well. As people were saying yesterday, if not, then I can just change it. Congratulations, you are no longer a clay digger, but a noble. Yeah, I know. Crazy. Probably one. Trying to determine whether I value the grain farms or the cotton farms more, because only one of them can go on the rich soil here. It's probably going to have to look something like that. I think that's probably fine. Did we ever get on with these Baltic crawler breeders? They're getting there. I will do that water pump upgrade here again, so that it's not having to employ quite so many people. And I will also build a road up there. I'll just expand the clay, the fungus roads kind of generally. Also need to remember to build a hearth by this, so that those pumpers don't just die in the winter months. There's a lot of people crossing through here right now. Okay. Might be getting close to time to add another small division. Well, I want these guys to train though, so perhaps not. I'll let these guys get towards the training goal first. And I did select spears for them all, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. So we are making presumably an absolutely tiny amount of vegetables, yeah. I'm not really even sure it's worth farming vegetables, but we'll see how that kind of feels over time. I think I'm going to need more pigs then, aren't I? Got 66 right now. Probably going to have to fill that out towards 100. I think I'm also going to unlock basements. I'm making everything that I need. It would just give me more flexibility on, well, more density rather, particularly in these kind of slave areas. Is it better to add more divisions or to increase the size of divisions? I'm not sure if there's any bonus gained by having larger divisions, but by having more divisions you get more flexibility. Like, if you just have one giant death stack and they have 5 divisions, they will hold your death stack and go and capture your throne. I don't know if there's any inherent bonus to having a huge division, to be honest, but I know that there is a benefit to having multiple. Buy some more pigs then. Let's buy another 40 pigs for a mere 39,000 denarii. They are so cheap, it's hilarious. Because I'm going to be operating this weaver at a very low employee count. And actually, let's just go ahead. I'm just going to drop it down to like 20 to start, and then in the priority, I need to go Crotonian slaves and filter weaver. You guys can do that. I probably then also need to say, where'd my thing go? I need to say you don't do that. So yeah, with 20 people working there, it will use like 30 cotton per day. And that stole all of our... Wait, hang on. I need to enslave these guys, because they're currently not working in the cotton fields. Might have actually underestimated my workforce here. 1, 2, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100. I feel like that should add up. Just about. Oh no, because these... oh yeah, I'm gonna need some more. We're gonna need more pigs. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it from the humans over here. They have more. Let's get another 30 pigs. I think the more of them there are, the less effective my guards become at keeping them submissive. So I do need to... Oh shit, yeah, you're right. Hang on, my export limit on pigs. You are correct, I believe. I have it set to 100 right now. I think I'm gonna have... I think I'll set that to like a... well, I have housing for 200, so I might as well set it to 200. They've just arrived, so enslave them, please. There we go. So it looks like I could actually employ quite a few more people in that weaver. Although I do have a noble of the cotton farms, and I might not need that, really. Wow, apparently we're making 500 grain daily off of these farms. I'm definitely going to need more pigs, because I'm going to need I'm going to be doing the same here with the baker. How many tiles away is that? 9. Does anybody use a charcoaler, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, the effect of a noble on those farms is crazy. I am going to have to take a noble from somewhere for my bolter crawler breeders. And I don't know exactly where that's going to come from yet. Probably grain or cotton, honestly. I don't think I need them on both of those industries. These buildings were meant to be made of wood, weren't they? Dang it. Thankfully there is the replace tool. Alright, our garthimi population went quite substantially up here, to the extent that I probably need to make more housing for them. And actually also to the extent that I would feel pretty good about making a division here. And sure, yeah, let's make this a division of 100, arm them with spears and set them to train to 50%. Well, I mean, I could just say train to 100. The difference it makes is substantial. I'm going to set them to 50 for now, though, because 100 takes so long. And probably also put them on guard duty. I was going to say that would cut into my workforce, but it actually won't, because I don't have a very large training ground right now. So I could probably stand to make that bigger, or make a bigger one, rather. It needs to be round, though, so it may actually be better just to kind of potato print this one around. No, it would be more efficient to make a larger one and just ensure that it's properly built. I'm going to keep roughly the same footprint. I'm just going to make it way bigger, and then make sure that it's got these stupid things on it. So that's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 in from the end there. I think that would be fine. And it runs onto the path, but I kind of need to run onto the path anyway, because the garthimi don't like having space. The place is currently actually genuinely too spacious, which is hilarious. Let's figure out how to do supports here. Can do that, I guess, yeah. Probably actually just like that, if I had to guess. It needs to be 1 bigger. Okay, fine. Fine by me. And then I guess we can fit another few in here, while still maintaining walkways, which I care about for some reason. That's got a capacity of 187, that's not bad. Is it perfectly space efficient? Probably not, but that's fine. Oh hey, these little things could be doorways. Why did I never think of that before? They don't just have to be random spurs off of buildings for the sake of roundness. I can use them for something. Crazy idea. Slave submission has just dropped off a cliff. I think it's because they just arrived. They need more torches. Torches are quite important to them, it turns out. Yeah, so they do actually care about roundness as well, don't they? So I suppose I best do this kind of fuckery with their buildings as well. It feels intensely dumb. that this is how you achieve roundness in this game. But that will make them substantially happier. And I basically want to ensure that they sit in these areas of relative roundness. Do the Piggly Wigglies like nature as well? They do. So, Control D. Plant them some trees. The lengths I go to keep my slaves happy. I thought I was a despot, damn it. This doesn't feel very despotic of me. Planting flowers. But here we are. Doing it anyway. Right. Oh, the bakery got made. Hang on. I need to, once again, do work priorities here. Oh, I already had that one set. Oh, no, I didn't. There we go. Oh, wait. Pigs don't like bakery? I mean, no, they do. Pigs do bakery. Yep. That does mean they'll need a constant supply of wood, so let's just make sure... To be honest, I want a janitor down there anyway, and the janitor warehouse does store wood, so that should probably resolve that, I'd expect. That will change to coal later, but for now, it'll be wood. Okay, that's not using... So I've got apparently only 15 more available housing here. I might need to, I think what I would probably do is flip this over. I can use that as like a reference point and just copy all of this. Flip it over there, like so. Whoa, what are they doing? Oh, that's made of stone. Huh. Okay. Structures, replace wood. There you go. And now we can cancel those jobs. Don't need to be doing that. Basically just doubling up the Cretonian housing over the other side here, so that I can actually employ more in the weaver and baker. Oh, my egg numbers are going down pretty fast now. Oh, insanely fast. Holy beans. Okay, so the population grew, I guess. Thankfully, surely the Globdine pasture, sorry, the Balticrawler breeder is done. How's the moisture looking? 100%, very good. I'm just going to go ahead and immediately get them working on another one and extend this canal around it. And then I'm going to steal this noble from the cotton farms and put them on the Balticrawler breeders. And then I'm also going to spend a load of my knowledge, or rather innovation, on that first tech there for their efficiency. Our cut stone warehouse is full. Oh, I need to increase the radius of this. Or, yeah, that's fine. Now they'll be able to export that and make a load of money. Loads of money! I feel as though I need to run a road across from this central area to my sort of mining industry. They're probably still going to cross that diagonally. Diagonally! Sorry, it's a tick. Can't help it. Just kind of happens. Yeah, they will still cross that diagonally, I'm fairly sure. Oh, I've accidentally just put dirt road in the middle of these. My bad. Does it feel different to stream than to do the sleep recordings? Yeah, it is. Because I'm kind of taking a different tone. I'm not deliberately keeping everything super chill and, low... Not low energy might be the wrong way of putting it, but low intensity. When I'm streaming, I am a little bit more like, yo, what it is, bitches. Whereas... probably wouldn't do that so much if I was trying to record something that people will actually fall asleep to. Surprises me how many people are way into that, by the way. I know that it shouldn't, but it does. Yeah, I will record some more. Oh, excuse me. But probably not in the same save, because unfortunately I keep learning what I've done wrong. But I'll probably do a different species run. Like I'll just kind of... Next time I record some Songs of Six, quote-unquote, sleep content, I'll just start by explaining why I'm closing out the bug colony, because like I can load into that save now and just I know that it will not survive much longer. The world map situation is bad for it, basically. And then kind of from there, I should be able to... From there, I would probably just start a new run. It really surprises me that I can't roadify these trees to have I mean, I think if I did tree not natural, then maybe that would do that. But I sort of assume that I need to build the not natural ones. I could be wrong about that, though. But to fulfill the need for nature, you'd have thought. Anyway, I don't know. Paint the map in different colours. Oh, that's some kind of planning thing. Let's just make sure these roads go into these buildings as well. That looks really weird there where it doesn't. Right, we should have more... What do I need? 60? I think technically to max out I need another 120 pigs, but let's go ahead and buy in another, let's say 60. Or... yeah, 60. I need to get onto the road map and kill my elven neighbours, by the way. The road map? The world map, and kill my neighbours. I could probably do it now, to be frank. If I did declare war on them, there would be basically no betrayal. 3 homeless bugs. Yeah, I think they're probably gem mine employees. No, they work at this food stall in the Crotonian quarters. They probably don't need to be working there, guys, do you? I don't think that I can tell them not to work there, though. I could lower the priority of working in food stalls for my dudes, but, where are food stalls? There they are. Food stalls and markets. Yeah, I think if I do that, I'll be okay. But I don't think that I can forbid one particular food stall from employing garthimi. I could be wrong, though. Okay, we're unlocking noble promotions now, which is handy, I guess. I need to do more roundness stuff over here. I don't really have the room to, though, on this side of things. I mean, I think it's round enough that they're not going to get too out of sorts about it. This dip here, I believe, will be temporary, just because we just brought in a load of new slaves, and that always gives a momentary enormous dip to services. But I think it should climb back up. I'm just going to drop in a save, because I haven't done so yet. Apparently their access to food stalls is pretty bad right now. I mean, if a couple of bugs end up homeless because they want to work in the Crotonian quarters, then, I mean, it is what it is. You know? We actually don't have very much food right now. Just something of note. I'm fairly sure this Balticrawler breeder, once its animals become adult, will do a lot of good for us for those numbers. But it's still worrying to see. I could employ more humans, I've only just realised. I have 98, but only 62 of them are working in this lab that could employ 108. I don't know what else they're doing, if anything. Is this going to climb properly? I don't know why their access to markets and such is so low. I mean, I know that there's... I think they're actually just possibly need larger markets and food stalls here. The load on the food stalls, at the very least, is a bit much. Well, I can just fit an additional one there. Would the roundness increase if you just do little circles with walls that aren't connected to buildings? I don't see why not, yeah. And actually, I probably should draw little roundness spikes over here, so that this area that they're walking through is considered to be round. I don't need to there. But for the pigs, it's service and religion right now that's making them unhappy. With there being so many of them not being able to worship their god Kreator, they're always going to be kind of unhappy about that. It just is what it is. Being asked to pay a ransom. Brudun Blackeye. Brudun Blackeye has 660 military power. In particular, most of that power is ranged dudes. Those guys are pretty strong. They're very well armed. 60 dudes, good with swords and bows. I'm not sure. No, I definitely can't face that. Well, he's going to come and take some money, wood, and furniture from me. There's not a lot I can do about that. Any idea who I'll play next? I would like to do a Dondorians. I haven't played those dudes. They seem cool. I mean, they're just dwarves. You know, it's not rocket science what exactly that would look like, but still, I would like to do it. Probably want some nature things over here as well. Just bang some trees in there. It is undeniably interesting how this game makes you think about, and I think I may be overdoing it, but the amount of thought I'm putting into like what is literally a slave area here. So I see warehouse workers coming in and grabbing this grain here to store it because this warehouse is full. There should realistically be a warehouse here for grain and cotton. Let's build one that fits. Wait, I can't do that, can I? They have to be connected. How about a pond as well? It would be very easy to do, actually. Yeah, I probably will. I want to start doing moats for my garthimi to swim in. Right, so there's a warehouse there, and then if I just copy that over here, one for fiber, one for grain. I could do ones for their product as well. There's the space, so why not? It fills the area in quite nicely as well. So hang on, there's plenty of additional water pressure there. This is far too nice. Again, not very despotic of me. So yeah, the version that the garthimi like is the moat. So I'll build them some of those, but my garthimi are pretty perfectly happy already. Whereas these Cretonians are still having some struggles. I need to be able to feed them more food, but damn, I'm even going to have to actually take some food away from my dudes right now because it's looking pretty bad. It's taking so long for the Baltic Crawler breeders to properly come online. It's terrifying. Come on, guys. I need your meat. On that note, remember to keep building more. Yeah, the production of these will go up by a pretty insane amount. And it will all get eaten. The garthimi cannot get enough of that meat. Don't get me wrong. Upgrade and auto-employ all of these. This is probably going to employ garthimi, unless I also allow Cretonians to work in warehouses, which, well, that's a slippery slope, you know? No, I think that's fine. I can let Cretonians work in warehouses. I'll just put them at a relatively low priority, so they prefer to do other things, but as they have houses nearby, they will do it. Right, so I'm simply going to go fiber, cloth, and then over here, grain and bread. Probably not technically right to have them equal, because you have more of the resource than the product usually, but I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. I feel like I could be exporting my spears, to be honest. Let's think about that. As with most industries, just skimming off the top. Not using a lot because I will need them, but... And is there some reason why we're not, or why we're sat at like full storage for cut stone? The export depot just like can't get rid of it quickly enough. Oh my goodness, look how much wood there is sat in this export depot. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as it is for now. We're making decent money. Enough to pay off the raiders that will kill me if I don't. Did I bought a load of Cretonians and then didn't employ them? I think. So if I just now employ 20 more people in each of these, that should be fine. Yeah, these vegetable farms feel a little bit kind of, I would say, token right now. They feel somewhat unnecessary. This would use 90 cotton. Okay, yeah, we're still going to be making double the cotton that we need, and I think same is more than true of the grain, but we're going to use the grain in the breweries as well, so not the end of the world. I think I need to focus on my garthimi for a while, though. Okay, here we go. This one now has mostly adult animals, and it's making 139 meat daily. So that's pretty good. We can do better, though. I'm going to go ahead and grab the second Baltic Crawler breeder upgrade there and see what that pushes that up to, because it should make a pretty big impact. 148, 160, actually. Yeah, it takes them so long to get there to the adult animals, that is, in the Baltic Crawler breeders. But once they do get there, it's a lot of meat. 186 now. They're all adults, yeah. So you kind of look at it and you think, well, there you go, that's enough then. But then as soon as that meat hits the as soon as that meat hits the market, your bugs are just damn. You know, they like the meat a lot. They also like you to have a full, like, they like your warehouses to be full of meat. Speaking of warehouses, the Adventure Zone versus Dracula, anyone? The warehouse. My auto allow is set to 2000 there. If I can actually get to a meat production that I'm comfortable with, then I can definitely start breeding. I think I'm going to take some of the quite innovation expensive upgrades here to keep on trying to bring that number up on both the Globdine pastures and the Balticrawler breeders. Now, I realized earlier as well that not that many of my human slaves are actually employed in this lab here. I have 100 human slaves, but only 53 of them are working in this lab right now. I don't really know why that is. Yeah, workforce 53 despite owning it. That presumably means that a lot of them are parents. Yes, there are just houses full of them as parents. Well, I mean, you could look at that as being a profitable venture because they do get sold automatically if they reach adulthood, I assume. Humans stored 63, 58, 54. Yes. Yeah. I need to own more humans. See, it says, yeah, it says owned 54, but here I have a population of 100, so I'm assuming that what that means is, yes, there are 46 children amongst them. So I could have a lot more innovation, basically. I can afford to buy some more humans as well, so why not do that? Is buying humans from a human settlement considered a faux pas? I feel like it should be. Let's start with 15. I want to continue to upgrade these roads to fungus roads, the ones that are well travelled. We have the clay, so why not? Oh yeah, what is our military looking like as well? These guys are getting there, 20%. I can't remember what I set them to train to, 50, yeah. This division is mostly deployable now. Presumably... Oh, we don't have enough guards, I'll say that. That'll be why submission is so low. Yeah, my number of guards is just not high enough. Well, well, well. Perhaps some guard posts in targeted areas, let's say, would help. Basically, wherever they relax, we want to be watching them. The map overlays are pretty good, yes. Sometimes they're on and I don't want them on. And then, I know that makes no sense, but like when I'm going to place roads, right? This like, and there's a button right there to turn it off, but like when I'm upgrading roads, I kind of want it on and off. So it's fine because the game provides me with the opportunity to do that. Oops, I had the wrong kind of road selected there. Give my guys fungus path. They want the mushrooms underfoot. Alright, housing. Again, we have a couple of homeless Garthimi, but it's because they are deciding to work in the slave areas. That's their decision. They made that choice. Don't put that evil on me. This is on you. Oh, of course, we're making a load of cloth now. Yeah, we're making 88 per day. And for bread, 146 per day. Thereabouts, anyway. Still super positive on both cotton and grain, to the extent that I probably want a export depot for some of this stuff. Alrighty. Workforce dropped off again. Kind of annoying. Did I ever get those humans? Oh yeah, I forgot to, they're not set to automatically enslave. I don't think it should be set to automated anyway, to be fair. Right, that'll give us some more, innovation to work with. Oh, I can probably actually, I can probably use clay there as well. I might have to employ some more clay diggers for that, but, that might be worthwhile. I know that I'm kind of already struggling for workforce as it is, but... submission is low, apparently. Alright, humans, what's your problem? You want some cloth in your houses? I can give you loads of wood. I can give you basically full furniture. I could maybe even afford to feed them properly. Not having daycare is really upsetting them. But what I would say to that is that it really upsets me, the mere concept of providing daycare services for my lab slaves. I would really like to try and resolve this without giving them a load of shit. I'm going to give them an additional food serving. I think that will make a big difference. So would having enough guards, but I don't think I can resolve that right now, to be honest. Yeah, I did know that Dondorians kind of are made of dirt or something. Why are you homeless? Weird question to ask, I realise, but genuinely don't understand why they're homeless. Okay, so that's going to bring their submission up quite a bit there. Probably not really enough, but get rid of the birds. Probably not really enough, yeah, but at least enough for me to have enough time to train more guards to keep them in line more. It sucks that I'm giving my slaves more access to food than my citizens right now. But I have a lot more citizens, you see. I do think we have a warehousing problem here. It feels like this warehouse that's supposed to serve the Globdine farms should have more employees, because there is constantly huge piles of meat and eggs on these farms. I guess I don't really know if it's ever even making it to this warehouse, because it's always just being pulled directly to the more central warehouse. Or rather, more central warehouses. Hey, actually, I don't have a warehouse over here to serve this food market properly. I might not necessarily need one, but at the same time, I probably want one. Is it like that? How many tiles away from this shrine is it? I don't know why I care that this is super symmetrical, by the way, but I do. It's 3 tiles away from that shrine, so it should be closer. What's the other... Oh, that's janitor. I have a janitor over there, so that's silly, but whatever. On this stream, man cares too much about placement of warehouse. Well, we are definitely positive on meat production at this very moment, so that's good. I'm going to want to keep that true. I'm going to want to make sure that stays true. One way I could do that is by improving the efficiency of my bakeries. I could give them access to tools. Actually, no. Do they start with access to tools? Or do they never get access to tools? They never get access to tools, okay. But there you go. Just taking that took a good chunk out of our grain production and turned it into bread production. So that's very nice. Garthimi don't love bread, but just, you know, they'll eat it, so it's fine. It might not be the worst idea in the world to do the same thing with weavers, just get them considerably more productive. Actually, apparently now slightly outproducing our cotton production. It's not the end of the world, if so. I may need slightly more pigs. Again, feels like a weird thing to say. They have available housing and they're cheap, so I'm going to buy a couple more pigs. Just like 20, you know, just 20 more pigs. We're making a decent chunk of money right now, so I feel like I can do that. I did also start harvesting gems, but I'm not doing anything with that yet. And I think that's fine. I'm going to end up turning it into jewellery, but probably just want to wait until I'm producing my own metal to do that. I'm assuming I need metal and... yeah. Wait, yeah? Yes, metal and gems, yeah. It would be tempting to actually have some Dondorian slaves for that as well, because the Garthimi are not very good at it. I mean, they're not very good at much, you know. They make up for it in other ways, but yeah, there's a lot of things they're not very good at. Wait, did my law settings change here? I'm supposed to be eating any slaves that murder anyone. Oh, I set that for Garthimi by accident. I was supposed to set that for humans. Would exiling people be a good idea? I don't think it is. No, that doesn't seem like a good idea. I could put them in a prison. If they disrespect me. Nah, we'll let them get away with that. But theft, we can eat them for theft as well. Yeah, we eat them for theft. Theft and murder, you get eaten. Right, speaking of, I have some pigs in the stockade. Okay, now that we've got all of this bread, so apparently have a load of veg stored on food service places. I did take it away from these ones before, but I can probably pop that back now. Although actually, it might not be the worst thing in the world just to keep our veg for the humans and Cretonians. And the Cretonians don't need to eat meat, so I can take that off of their food stalls. Or fish for that matter. I mean, realistically, they could just eat bread and vegetables and just reserve some of the meat and fish for my dudes, for my OGs. Alright, we are producing quite a lot more food than we're using now, so it is time. Sound the alarms. It's breeding time. Procreation, Garthimi breeder, bug maker supreme. Man, we have a big workforce deficit right now. Not great. I just keep kind of getting distracted by that fact. I can give my guys more food, right? I think I can give my guys more food, yeah. And now we can think about breeding. So probably want my breeders over in this kind of area. Is this rich soil? No, it's not. Okay. Well, some of it is, but not most. I'm going to want to unlock the daycare as well. And maybe even want to unlock the school, actually. No, I don't actually know about that. I don't think it's worth schooling Garthimi children, is it? They don't care about it, for one. I don't know if having them educated helps with your... Well, I'm going to unlock it and we'll find out. Maybe some of the nerds are in chat right now and can tell me whether or not it's worth schooling your Garthimi children. Because whilst I know that they don't care about education, but would I still get the buff from having an educated populace? Even if it's not them that's doing the researching? They do still care about daycare though, right? Yes, they do care about daycare. It's not worth it, they learn at like 0.25 speed. Really? Oh yeah. Okay, well, I mean, come on, their skill in schools is 50%. It's not that bad. But does that mean that the like children though? Wait, civic activities? Physics? Physics. Soiling rate. The bug people like to be indoctrinated, not educated. Well, I mean, either is done in a school though, right? So still worth having schools. Big breeder. Very large breeder. Made out of stone. Having to go back and forth between stone and wood is really annoying. This is very oversized, by the way. I know. I will substantially limit its usage. I'm just overbuilding it. Maybe overbuilding it slightly too much. Maybe we go for this width. Can I get away with like that, maybe? Or perhaps even just the one little support thing. So I'm still not sure this feels super efficient, but... Oops. They're awkward buildings. The bug breeders. Very awkward buildings. We do something like that? I think we do something like that. As long as I can get the humidity high enough on this side, then I can match that on the other side. I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, okay, easy. More than enough, actually. I don't think this is perfectly efficient. Nothing I've built ever is. It's fine. Right, and then just these pillars. Okay, wait, no, these are smaller. And then these pillars. YouTube streamer Hazzor died on stream today. Toxicology reports suggest he couldn't stop burping. Okay, that's definitely not efficient, but I'm doing it. It's fine. Can I get away with 6 doors? Yes, I can. At least I don't burp into the mic. Man, back in the day I would have. There was a time. There was a time. Now, I didn't actually see how many breeders this could employ, but I'm going to assume quite a lot. Why is the pig people submission so low right now? Really need to get the guard force in check, don't we? I don't really know why it's so low. The guard power is only 57. Why is it so low? They are pig-headed. Well, I mean, there is that. Oh, I forgot to put some roundness additions on this building. I'll do it afterwards, I guess. I can't export all of this wood. I've driven the price too far down. I'll sell it cheaper. Fuck it. I'll use some of it to build this wall. I see a lot of bugs headed in and out of here around this wall. I'm basically just planning on seeing whether or not that's necessarily a requirement. The point is that it's, you know, defensible and closed off. I'll have to drop a culvert in there, but do it later. Right. Yeah, I was going to set a export depot up here for grain, because I'm not using all that I'm producing right now. I will have to increase the radius there. I really can't tell what's the more effective way of doing this, increasing the radius of the export depot or just building a warehouse and pulling things in. Wouldn't really know. Yeah, see, okay. Just by putting the food serving to 1.5, I'm now using all of the meat that I'm making. And then some. So our food production rate is decently high. It's just that because, you know, the eggs and bread carrying there. But the meat production would still need to be quite substantially higher to match. But it is making them happy. So there's that. I did kind of want to project some force onto the world map today, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. I mean, I have a huge amount of innovation. I could... No, that's too expensive. I don't think that's worthwhile. There's new crawler ranches. Yes, they are still being built. Because I don't really have a lot of odd jobbers. Because my population is poo-poo. I could probably speed it along with workstation here. If I just force employ 20 people up here to build this, that would probably help a little bit. Because those should really be built sooner than later, shouldn't they? They're pretty important. It's really annoying that gets blocked by trees. Like, I'm trying to tell them to build something over here. Oh, they do so like having more meat. I'll end up getting quite a bit of meat off of, you know, realm production at some point. Or at least hopefully, anyway. Oh, that got rid of the road underneath it. We're going to start having a load of homeless people. Yeah, I can resolve that. There's all these vacant houses over here, but there's no work in the vicinity. The majority of the work is around this housing. So I can just kind of bump the density there by giving them cellars. Got plenty of furniture and cut stones, so that should pretty well resolve all their problems, I think. What are you doing there? Oh, you're a guard. Okay. Damn, my military are homeless. That's rough. Realistic, but rough. So how many people are actually training at any given time? Oh, the full 217. Wow, okay. Oh, that's why the guard force dropped off so much. I actually meant to get rid of this building on that note. I don't need a smaller military training ground right next to the big one. Yeah, that explains it. The guard force dropped off because suddenly I had over 200 soldiers, over 200 spots available to train. So instead of working as guards, they were training. Good for, well, training. In fact, these guys are kind of getting there. 10 of this Division 0 are fully trained even. Crazy. There is an upgrade for these, isn't there? Yeah, 368 metal. Gives plus 0.5 rather, to training. To the training speed. There's also an upgrade. I mean, I feel like if you upgrade them, it might actually be worth it. Just doubling the training speed. Pretty strong. Alright, I actually have a decent amount of odd jobbers now, so I probably don't need these kind of enforced workstations. They'll just do it. Yeah, see, we filled our warehouses with grain. We should be able to pull a load of it in to sell, but probably not enough to really move the needle a huge amount. So I might need to put some more efficiency into the bakeries just to balance it out a bit. I just don't really want all of the grain piling up. Oh, well, I could be... Right, I keep forgetting. The grain is going to be used for booze as well. So something like that with a brewery. Employing a load of pigs would help. But I have to make pottery first. Luckily not a huge deal. I don't know if garthimi like making pottery. They like digging clay. But yeah, they don't love it. They don't hate it either. I really don't want to have another industry primarily manned by slavery. Who is good at pottery? Is it Tilapi? Anyone good with pottery? Dondorians. Well, okay. We're just going to do it ourselves. So I can grab one of these. Where's the strip mall and Starbucks? Oh, shit, that's Starbucks. Wow, impressive. I mean, I suppose the Starbucks is over here, isn't it? It's the food stall. It's where you get your bread and eggs. And nothing else. We only serve bread and eggs here. Oh, there you go. This garthimi breed I just finished. So I'm just going to bring the employment here way down. We don't have the meat to support it, to be honest, yet. Although at that rate it would only use 60 per day. That's not that crazy. But 30 isn't actually going to make very many babies either. So does a school fill the role of daycare or no? Oh, schools need paper anyway to operate, so that's going to be we could make paper. I'm basically now stumbling into a load of new industries where I'm like, yeah, I could be doing that. Right, the real biggest deal is getting our food production good and proper. Allegedly we're positive on food now, but I don't believe that. I think they'll eat it up faster than they think. Alright. Build the pottery, very good. So I probably want to cut the fish storage there and give it over to pottery. This won't make much, will it? No, 48 for the exact same amount of clay per day. My clay production is actually negative right now, but I have available workforce to resolve that problem. Do I have a noble of the clay pits? Yes, I do. They probably need an upgrade. Maybe they don't though, because I think if I upgrade them, then I will make such hilarious quantities. I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean, though. Now I'm gonna make way more clay than I need. I say that like it's a bad thing. That's obviously not a bad thing. Alright. How are we doing? Is my guard force building back up? As more and more soldiers become fully trained, yes, it is steadily working its way up. I think that probably the most important thing next is to get some metal going. I don't want to have to keep buying it. I'm doing relatively okay for money, so I probably can, but I don't want to. The minor problem, perhaps, is that I don't think I have any really great coal deposits. I have a big one over here, but it's so out of the way. Same for this one on the south. Well, that one's actually not very good, but this one up to the north is also mediocre. So it's probably going to be this one way down here. But it's really out of the way. We should probably start digging over there. So it's probably going to look something like that, yeah. Do I want to make sure that I don't open up the map edge there? I think so, right? It's going to take a while to dig, but they'll get there. It would probably be wiser to go diagonally across. Like, no, like so. There we go. I'll leave all of those jobs open. There's no reason not to have the extra ones, but yeah. It's going to take them a while. I am just stockpiling gems right now, by the way. I mean, I'm not generating very many. It might even be worth not having the gem mine staffed right now. I could just be selling their product, though. Like, all of it, until I start making it into jewelry. And I am fairly certain it would be worth, or at least profitable. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it would be profitable to buy metal, turn it into jewelry, and sell the jewelry. But I'm not 100% sure about that. There's been a murder! There's been a murder! Who done it? Oh, our hospital is full as well, I'm realizing. Oh, I unlocked physicians earlier, didn't I? And I never made one. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and make a physician. Somewhere in the middle of town here. We have this big open area here that's kind of intended to be full of useful things. I'm assuming there's no other building that I can just use to make a physician with. I could be wrong. There's a random bit of building there. What's that about? Get rid of that. I'm pretty sure I can't turn like a hospital into it. No, because that's... yeah. Can you become a physician? I think I have to do this one from scratch. Unless... no. These bolter crawler breeders are nearly built. This makes me very happy. Although it'll take ages for them to be productive, so I shouldn't be too happy. Right, yes, physician. I think this can be pretty big. I kind of only realized quite how valuable they are in my last run. Just once you hit a certain population where suddenly health is just in the dirt. Really quite seriously in the dirt. Using a load of physicians just brought me very slightly out of the dirt. The shelf's gonna need paper. No, okay, cool. It's also one of those industries in Songs of Six where, or one of those buildings rather, where you don't build it for ages, and then when you do, you go, oh, I see, the resources that this cost make me realize I should have built it far earlier. You know, like when you go to place something and you're like, oh man, this costs like, this costs mechanisms and paper and all whatnot, and you're like, okay, I probably shouldn't be building this yet. And then there are other things where you go, wait, this costs wooden furniture. Why didn't I build this sooner? Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of the workbenches here, aren't I, for the sake of efficiency? Surely I can squeeze. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna have entrances there and there. Big old physician. Only provides 64 services, which is surprising. Will apparently be able to serve 669 plebs, so I'll almost certainly have to make that somewhere else, but I'll make an additional one rather somewhere else. No big deal though. No big deal. Access to shrines is slightly slipped. Probably because there's none serving this kind of more northern area here. Can resolve that. This seems like a... possibly over here. That feels like a good spot. Alright. Submission number looking a little healthier. Not super healthy, but a little healthier. And how many babies are we making? I don't know if I actually see the numbers being produced here. I feel like I should. This subject type does not reproduce naturally. There's a spelling error! There's a typo! Kill them! Kill the devs! Kill the devs! There's a spelling error in the game! Kill the devs! Yeah, some of these export depots are struggling to actually do what they're supposed to be doing. But I think it's fine. There's nothing insanely over the top happening here in terms of resources just like overflowing or anything. I can probably even give the Crotonians a bit more food because they don't eat meat, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, one of the things I wanted to do was give these guys access to some moats in which to swim. I gave the Crotonians a pond after all, so surely I should be giving my own dudes something. I'm assuming there's a reason to use culverts to skip roads, like I imagine it's just slow going over these canals. But I don't know that for sure. Oh, I can actually, yeah, I can see that it's slow. Okay, fine. We'll do some culverts, hang on. We're gonna build them. I'm gonna build those things, guys. Yeah, you're gonna build those culverts for me, guys? How about those culverts, guys? Gonna build those culverts for me, guys? Excuse me? Build the damn culverts. And that one. Now that one, please. Why is this taking so long? The fuck took them so long to do that? Alright, I've just noticed that my workforce has plummeted again. So I'm assuming something finished. Probably that physician. No, that only took 16, to be fair. Okay, we are very full on grain. Again, I keep telling myself not to worry about that too much. Where did all of my workforce go just now? Oh, they're working in the brewery. Hang on. Brewery. Don't do that. You do that. You don't do that. No more oval pens. No, look, I mean... the unfortunate nexus of efficiency and appearance wasn't working out. I probably need a warehouse storing clay next to the next to this lab, don't I? I'll just build one here for them. Doesn't have to be big. Just has to store clay. So wait, what roads do humans like? They don't like cobblestone. Oh, they kind of like paved roads. Okay, I see. There's been another murder! Will we ever find out who done it? Oh, yeah, somebody was executed for it. It was a Crotonian. Oh, wait, no, that's seemingly universal. Oh, no, yeah, that is actually different. So, yeah, a Crotonian murdered someone. The bastard! But we got them, so it's cool. We got them, boys. So my health should be helped out substantially by this physician. We'll need bathhouses, better wells, more food, better lavatories, all kinds of things. Eat him? Yeah, he will have been eaten, to be fair. That is what we do with them. Walk about, get eaten. So they should like that pool type. Yeah, they get a good kick out of swimming in the moats. I kind of just want this warehouse to finish building so that I can not forget about it next time I launch the game. If we could do that, please, that would be good. Got a bit of a housing problem as well. That'll be something to resolve next time. Yeah, I am literally just waiting for these guys to build this warehouse so that I can set it to store clay and then go pick Dina up. So yeah, whenever you're ready, guys, if you could just build this for me, that would be great. I don't want to have to build a workstation to do this again. Just build the damn warehouse. Build the damn warehouse. There's got to be a way to have these service buildings match the floor around them, right? By the way, it feels so weird that they're all fungal. Oh, I didn't read that. Tremors. Sacrifice food or sacrifice slaves? I don't want to have to buy 8 more Crotonians. I'm going to drop some food in a rift. Build, please. Thank you. Right, priority and clay. How much could that store? 880? It's probably enough. Alright, thanks for tuning in. This has been good. The Crotonian Quarter was built. It employs not that many people to try and make some piva. Oh, we don't have coal, so they can't actually do that yet. We'll resolve that next time. I'll set the workforce to 0 for now. Bingus is going strong. We desperately need to project ourselves onto the world map soon, though, I think. But not right now. So thanks for tuning in again, and I'll see you next time I decide to turn the stream on. Maybe tomorrow, maybe not. Who can say?